I think I've gotten these like accomplishments and these organizations to recognize me by putting positive energy out there. Like if you put positive energy out, you're gonna get it back. So, um, and my middle name Naeem means to give without receiving back. So it's kind of crazy how stuff has just came to me. Like all of these things, I didn't contact anybody for. They just reached out to me, but they reached out to me because they saw the great work I was doing. They saw me putting
Mm-hmm.
positive energy out there.
Project I Am is an organization that builds awareness to homelessness, providing blessing bags that fill toiletry items for those in need. The reason Project I Am is called its name is because at first it was I am Naeem, and Naeem is my middle name, which means to give without receiving back. So it's kind of in me to want to give back. But then more and more youth started wanting to do this, so we decided to call it Project I Am. Like I am Jared, I am George, any name like that. Blessing bags are a bag full of toiletry items that the homeless can use on a daily basis.
Hey guys, today I have a special interview lined up with a gifted kid named Jahkil. He has the gift of speaking from the heart, and he's one of the most modest, kindest people I know. He impressed me today, just like he will impress many of you. Hi guys, I'm Ethan Waddell from Kids Power, and today I'll interview
Jahkil Jackson.
Jahkil. Can you tell me about your story? What grade are you in? What is Project I Am all about, and how'd you get it started?
Yeah, I'm Jahkil Jackson. I'm in 8th grade, and Project I Am is an organization I started when I was about 8 years old to build awareness to homelessness and pretty much just show others how to help others, and that it's cool to be able to give back to your community.
Amazing. Now, I'm not sure how many kids have talked to homeless people. What have you learned about that you'd like to share with us that you wish more people knew?
Um, Something that I wish other kids like knew about my experience with helping the homeless is that they're just like us. Like they're people just like us. You shouldn't look at them a different way because of where they are in their life. Like they bleed the same way we bleed. They cry ways the same way we cry. Like they're human beings just like us. So I've learned that you shouldn't discriminate because of their standpoint in life.
Because things you have that other people might not, right?
Yes, exactly.
Jahkil, what do you put in the blessing bags?
In the blessing bags, I have toiletry items like soap, tissues, socks, things that can help the homeless on a daily basis.
Nice. Is it just me, or is it a stereotype that homeless people like socks? I don't know. I've heard that before.
Yeah, I think socks is one of the most needed, especially
Mm-hmm.
when homeless people are actually on the streets and not in shelters. A lot of times they have like holes in their socks, holes in their shoes, and they need those things to be like it hurts their feet, like having those holes in the socks, and that's probably one of the biggest needs. So yeah, that is a big stereotype.
Because rough things aren't too kind to skin.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have any stories of delivering blessing bags that you think you'll always remember that you like?
Yeah,
Any
there
ones
was
that stick out?
Yeah, it was this one time. It wasn't even like an actual giveaway that we were doing like at a shelter. We were just driving past and we saw this guy. He had no shoes on. Just had socks with holes in them. And like once I saw that, like my heart just dropped. I wanted like I would That was the luckiest day ever. Like especially since we were doing a shoe drive at the time and we had his size, so we gave him a pair of Nikes, and it was awesome to see his face when he got the shoes. He ran back to like his friends. He was like, there's this area called Tent City downtown Chicago, so he he was around that area. So he went back and told all his people that he just got a pair of shoes. So he was super happy about it. That was probably the best feeling ever of giving something away to the homeless.
Wow, you're a life changer.
Thank you.
How many blessing bags do you think you've distributed so far?
50,000 so far. So we actually just hit the 5th anniversary of the organization last week, and it was awesome. We celebrated some with a virtual packing party, and like I had 7 of my friends come in person and help with the blessing bag, social distance. It was pretty fun. So when 2020 ended, that was the end of the year, and we just had completed 50,000. So now we're starting a new year, and I'm proud to say that this is the first time I'm announcing it. So we're doing 17,000 bags this year.
Whew.
Yeah, we're
First time you're
jumping.
announcing it. Wow, I feel special.
You are special.
17,000. Really?
Yeah, so 17. We're jumping from 15,000 last year to 17,000 this year. And last year in 2020, we had a goal of doing 15,000, but we went over to do 16,000. So why not do 17,000?
Put it this way. You changed 2,000 more people's lives.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
already so much different.
Yeah, especially
So
like
much more.
17,000 might not seem like a big number, but it is for a small item. Like for a small item like a blessing bag, that is a lot.
Yeah, it really is. And what drives you to do it again every time?
Yeah, when I do it, I just feel happy I'm happy to see others happy. That's one of the biggest motivators for me, and also just seeing the smiles on their faces and wanting to see more of them, and wanting to and knowing how many other people are out there to help, and how many people I've impacted that are still living on the streets. Like a lot of the thing, like when I'm giving out the blessing bags, and then when I get home, a lot of the emotions that I'm feeling is like hopeless, because the blessing bags that I'm giving them is only giving, I know it's giving them hope, but it's not getting them off the streets. And that's what I want to do. I want to immediately do something to get them off the streets, and something that I've been trying to do for the past like 3 years now is tiny homes, which started, I think it started in Detroit. So I've been trying to bring some to Chicago, and some roadblocks that we have with that is like just government basically, and like putting them in like neighborhoods. People are scared that they're gonna rob their children, break into their houses, and things like that is just crazy. So we've some solution to that could be like putting them in the suburbs. Like I go to the suburbs a lot, and all I see is just open grassland all of the time. Like that could be a whole neighborhood of tiny homes. Just imagine it, like the impact that can have, and that can literally be the start to ending homelessness. So, yeah, that's what I want to do.
So then you also do this. Not too many other people, most people in the world, even if they got as far to want to do what you're doing and actually do it, most people would just be like thinking they're doing enough and not wanting to do much more. And then right now, you're telling me you still want to give everybody a home. One thing I've learned from other kids I've interviewed who are making a big difference is that their family or other adults have helped them. Can you tell how your parents and family have supported you through this journey?
It started off with my family and friends helping me. And I consider like my friends, my family, and especially them supporting me throughout these 5 years, has been really amazing. So, pretty much the big way that my friends and my family helps and supports me is by coming to the bag stuffings, donating sometimes, and just helping out with the organization and what we need at that certain time.
All right. What are some of your favorite things to do in your spare time?
Some of my favorite things to do in my spare time. I like watching TV, playing 2K21. That's my favorite game.
Yeah, I
I
like that
like
one.
yeah. I like writing. I've been starting to write on my free time sometime, and I also like to maybe like do some dribbling drills. And I just got a mini hoop on my door, so I've been playing on that a lot. It's really fun to
That's
do like some dunks on there.
mm-hmm. I think I see a little bit of that on your background, right?
Yeah, there's one right here. I
Mm-hmm.
actually a couple of years ago, I this is my bed right here to the right of me, and
Yeah.
I set up a full court on my bed. So
No.
you're seeing one side of the wall, and then on the other side there's another one. So I can like run on my bed and just try to play a full court game, imagining that it's like a 1-on-1 or something. And I
That
also have one right here that's like a glass one.
that'd be so much fun. Oh.
Yeah.
I have a friend who does competitive tap and ballet.
Hmm.
I know it requires fast feet. Do you think your fast feet helps you on the basketball court
I
or
definitely
on your bed?
Yeah, I definitely think that it helps me in basketball. The whole reason why I started tap dance is to help my footwork in basketball because I think I started
Oh,
tap dance when I was 4 years old. So that was around the time that I was starting like playing actual organized basketball.
many of the difference makers I've talked to comment about how making progress takes hard work, and sometimes there are setbacks. Can you talk about your journey and if you've had challenges to overcome along the way?
Yeah, so some of my challenges along the way with the organization have definitely been droughts and donations. That's probably the biggest one we face with the organization,
Mm-hmm.
because that's really the main obstacle that you have to face with a charity organization with getting donations. So sometimes just having droughts in the organization, like 2020 was probably like one of the biggest droughts we've ever had. But because people were being more careful with their money. People were being more careful with how they were donating and sharing their money because they don't know what tomorrow's gonna look like. It can be a whole zombie apocalypse. Who knows? So
Mm-hmm.
people were being more careful. So that's when donations started to go down. But we were able to apply for grants, and that was a really big part of 2020, which helped us reach our goal of 15,000. So yeah, we got over that obstacle, but that's probably the biggest obstacle we faced.
Man, that's hard.
Yeah.
How do you collect donations or raise money to purchase items? What's the system?
So people go to my website, officialprojectim.com, and they donate toiletry items or they donate money so I can go to like pre-COVID, so I can go to places like Dollar Tree and buy the items. I think Dollar Tree and those type of places are more open now. But so I've been going there often lately, but like in the middle of COVID, it was just closed down. So I wasn't able to do that, but I have been able to lately doing that system. So we also have like items and people who things that people can purchase. I have a clothing line called Trophies, which a portion of the proceeds from Trophies goes to Fund Project I Am. So everything's working together. And we also have like these power pillows on my website for the organization. We
All
have like
right.
shirts and things like that that raise money for the organization.
Yeah. All right. Nice. At the beginning, you said you go to Dollar Tree. I have a Dollar Tree sort of up north of here, and here's a terrible rhyme, but Dollar Tree is a good place to be. Anyway,
Yeah.
next question. I don't want to be too cringe, so um, do you package the blessing bags as you need them, or do you have a stockpile?
So sometimes I make hundreds of bags, so we can have like leftover and give them out through the month. I give out bags through the car as well. So like whenever I see a homeless person walk past.
Um, do you have any volunteers that help you in any way? If so, how?
Yeah, my organization is based off of volunteers. It's people who come out and they help. Like my family, I consider them volunteers. People who take the time out of their day to come join in on some community service. That's volunteering. So my organization runs off of people volunteering and coming to help out. And we also have people that like see my Instagram and contact us and want to help out. So they come to the packing parties and that's kind of how the organization runs off of volunteers. So volunteers are definitely a big part.
If you can, I guess, if anybody's watching this and you're near you, I guess, if you could volunteer for this, man, that'd be great. You could change some lives a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I know you've made donations to homeless shelters and even to survivors of Hurricane Dorian. Are other organizations reaching out for you to help?
Yes, many organizations and shelters reach out to help, and I'm glad, and I'm always glad to help out, because especially in COVID, like, and when we're dealing with COVID, it isn't often that we get those phone calls to come help because shelters are being more careful with their donations um, and like what they're receiving because of COVID. So whenever we get those calls, especially during these times, we jump on it and we're super excited to help.
Do you think COVID would be harder on homeless people? But like for homeless people, do you think they'd have to be more careful?
Definitely, especially like being outside is like one of the most dangerous places to get COVID. Like if you have a home and you're staying there and like you're staying COVID free, it's probably impossible for you to get COVID if you're just staying in the house. But people who are outside and who are around other people who are touching things and all these like railings and staircases and walls even like it's really dangerous for them. And just the weather right now in Chicago is really dangerous. And I like every day I'm just looking outside and I maybe like open a door and see what the weather's like and then I just think about the homeless automatically, like what they're experiencing, what are they doing right now.
Yeah, just like you're in your houses and COVID's so much worse for you, but just imagining how hard it is for homeless people who like don't have places to go inside to. Oh my gosh, that's so much worse.
Yeah.
And I saw you on CNN. I saw your CNN profile that kids as far as Switzerland and Hong Kong have been supporting you, right? Do
Yeah.
you see this expanding?
I do. I have friends in India. I have
Really?
friends. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I just met them. They did an interview with me like 3 weeks ago. They're really
Mm-hmm.
cool. I have like friends from out of state who do projects in like Ghana too. There's a girl named Chloe who's my friend. She does projects in Ghana, but she's from LA. I've donated bags to kids out there too. So yeah, I definitely plan on expanding.
Wow. Every time I think about what you've done, I don't know, it's just unbelievable.
Thank you.
Do you remember the first blessing bag that you gave out?
Not specifically. It's been a long time, and I think the first time I went to give blessing bags out, it was downtown at a shelter called Michigan Garden. Yeah, Michigan Garden. That's a common shelter that we went to, and we formed like an assembly line, and we had people just coming up in the line and giving the bags out. It was really cool. I do remember the actual like day that happened. I don't remember the first blessing bag that I
Yeah,
gave out, but I
that's a
remember
bit too
like
specific, right?
yeah, but I remember like the day that it happened, like the day that I actually gave out those blessing bags at that shelter, and it was very impactful.
Wow is the only word I can always think of for each of these questions, honestly. Sorry. Do you do anything special for seasonal events? For example, Christmas?
Yeah, definitely. I used to do like a big holiday giving with the organization with the organization called Dreams for Kids, where we would give out like 1,000 blessing bags to kids in need. And because of COVID, I couldn't do it last year, but
Oh,
I did do it like a toy drive and like a book drive. So I also in the blessing bags we always change during like the season. So like in the summer we have water bottles. In the winter we like get bigger bags so that we can add hats, scarves, and gloves to the bag. So it's really cool how we adjust. I love adjusting to Christmas though. Like it's
yeah.
probably one of the with the blessing bag specifically, it's one of the funnest things because we get to do hats and like scarves and have people donate them, and it's always fun just getting them and just like feeling how soft it is sometimes like the stuff we get is high quality. So being able to like expand the bags and make them bigger, it just gives me a feeling of doing more. I don't know.
And for once, I can relate to this because I remember I was younger and I noticed the homeless people and I felt bad. So for Christmas, we got gifts and I don't know. I think there was like chocolate and stuff in it too with some socks
Mm-hmm.
because my parents told me that homeless people like socks.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some socks, some big socks. Um I don't know. It was just a really great experience and seeing the expression on their face and the I feel like not too many people give that kind of stuff to them. I'm not quite sure though, but you're on a whole different level. There's adults, they might know a little bit more than us, but like adults say a lot of things. Adults have good intentions a lot of the time. But when you're a kid and you're passionate about something, you want to do something about it. So, like right now, you said you're giving out hundreds of blessing bags, right?
Yeah.
You're actually doing something about it. You're making a difference in the world, and if I think it's a really great thing. So the fact that you are probably have the most fame socially is probably because you're making the biggest impact directly to other people's lives, which is amazing. Is all I can say. That's all the words I can mutter about it, and that you're actually doing something about it. I don't know.
Thank you.
How much time do you spend on this personally in a week or month?
Yeah, I spend from about 10 to 20 hours per month on my organization making blessing bags and distributing them. Like doing guest speakings in school and that type of thing.
How has COVID affected your ability to collect and distribute donations or blessing bags?
Yeah, it's really it's turned into me and my mom, my dad making bags at home. Then like my grandma would pick the bags up and take them to the shelter. Also, like I get donations from schools, when I would public speak, pre-COVID, but because I'm not doing in person anymore, that's totally changed. So that's another source of donations gone down the drain, uh, because of COVID. So it's really affected lots of things.
One thing I gotta say, I've seen some of your videos, and I think your grandma's awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell her you said that. She'll be watching this too. I'll show it to her.
Well, then, if she is, hi.
Shout out to Gigi.
You've already inspired so many people. You've caught the attention of Barack Obama. You've met him once, if I can recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also seen a video about you and with Nike and Project Marvel Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing. If I haven't said it enough yet, how does it feel to see your work being noticed like this?
It feels really good, actually. It's really good to see my work being complimented by like these big organizations that I've never thought would notice me ever in my life. So um let's go step by step. So Obama, that was probably the best experience of my life, like growing up into the first black president, then one day getting to meet him and like him being my role model throughout my whole life, and then him tweeting about me, then him requesting to meet me. Like that's a dream come true. Like Nike, I've been working with them for like two years now. I've done some projects with them, so it's really cool to see like the brand that you grew up to and like have always admired and always wanted a shoe from. Like my goal is to go to the NBA when I grow up, so I want to like have my own shoe by Nike. So me like working with them as a kid, like whoever, I never thought that that would happen, and it's amazing to see my work getting out to them. Also Project Marvel Heroes, that was unbelievable. Like growing up watching Marvel and like Avengers and those type of things, like Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, those type of people, like you always dream you always dream of kind of like being a comic book hero, having like superpowers or playing a role of in an Avengers movie or something like that. And then one day getting to actually be that type of character, like be have your own comic book that's pretty much the same thing, same type in the same category as Captain America comic books is awesome. So it's pretty cool, and they gave me a power of super speed. So I was so excited about that. So I could say I'm better than the Flash.
Well, right now I feel like you're being a little bit modest because you're making this sound like it was fully luck of the draw. But to be honest, you've completely earned this. You you deserved this. Although it might be, I don't know how, it might be a little bit lucky, just a little bit, that they saw your work and they took that like affection to it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But you have earned this.
Yeah, I think that like I I think I've gotten these like accomplishments and these organizations to recognize me by putting positive energy out there. Like if you put positive energy out, you're gonna get it back. So, um, and my middle name Naeem means to give without receiving back. So it's kind of crazy how stuff has just came to me. Like all of these things, I didn't contact anybody for, they just reached out to me, but they reached out to me because they saw the great work I was doing. They saw me putting
Mm-hmm.
positive energy out there. So you're definitely right about that.
I was about to repeat my words by saying what you were doing was amazing again. And most people, to continue on this, most people, they can say they met someone famous, they met Barack Obama, or they shook hands with them too. But the difference is between you and them. Now, I want you to remember this. The difference between you and everybody else is that Barack Obama, he came to you because everyone they always go to them, but you're doing something so powerful. He came to they came to you.
You're very smart, man.
Think
Thank
about
you.
yeah, just think about it that way. They came to you. Now, oh, and thanks. Sorry. I often ask kids that I interview about their advice to other kids who are inspired to make a difference. You have a motto that I think is perfect. And can you tell us about that motto and what it means to kids in general?
Yeah,
Maybe
so
this can help somebody to follow this rule.
so my motto is don't wait to be great. It means
Mm-hmm.
that young people don't have to wait until they're adults to become like change agents or own their own business. Like a lot of the things that kids always dream of doing when they're an adult, like a lot of those things that they want to do, they can do right now. Like let's say coding, for example, you want to be the top coder. Like go get into classes now and become a top coder right now. Like a lot of these dreams that kids have, they can start right now and be the best at it right now. Like you don't have to wait until you're an adult, and that's what I'm trying to spread to other kids.
I feel like you're the perfect symbol and for that. And plus, even if you're not the best at it, this
Hmm.
early training you can have by like just not waiting until you're older, that can affect you and get an early head start, as you put
Hmm.
it. Um, that can help you in the future like a lot.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
there's just you on the other hand, already great, but Yeah. So, how can people help? What things can they do? And where can they find your information? I feel like you partially answered this question, but reminder, I guess.
Yep. So you can go to my website, officialprojectim.com. That's where you can donate. You can see our merchandise that we have. You can go to my Instagram, official project I am. For all the kids who may be watching this, you can go to my TikTok. It's all caps Jaja or Jahkil Project I Am. So you can look at that, and that's all my information. Thank you.
So I don't know what if there's a word in the world that can describe that, but the closest I can think is amazing and incredible. And then you've thought this through, obviously. The suburbs, that can be the ending to homelessness. That can be like a whole new world.
Exactly.
Like, I honestly don't really know too much what to say anymore. This is a whole new level, or whole new levels, multiple.
Thank you,
like
man.
I can't wait to see the person you are when you grow up. And one of the best parts is that you can sympathize, and you have enough in you to keep driving you and be passionate to keep doing more instead of just getting tired of it, because most people by now would have wanted to do more stuff for yourself. And that the best gift they can give you back, the fact that you think it doesn't even have to be physical like you're giving them, that's still great to them. But it's amazing how the thing that's enough for you is just a memory of their appreciation. You're a special person.
Thank you.
Your affection has kindness. I don't know. When I look at you, I don't know. It seems to have kindness written all over you. Thanks for coming out here, Jahkil. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you taking the time to come out here.
Yeah, it was fun talking to you.
You're going to go farther somehow. I don't know if that's possible, but you'll probably find a way to do something. I can't wait to see the person you grow up to be.
Thank you.